I'm Meredith Vieira, and I'm a big fan of Camp PALS. March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day, and it's the day that I think about this world coming together and connecting as people, and thoughts about inclusion come to mind. And when I think of that, I think of Camp PALS. I first learned about Camp PALS many years ago when our son Gabe was then 13 years old, and he became a counselor at the camp. And he was assigned a camper named Chris. And for Chris, going to Camp PALS was a dream come true, something he never thought would happen. Well, after the week was over, we went to pick up Gabe, and it was as if we were meeting a new kid. Not our son, but somebody who had changed dramatically. And we're driving home, and he was talking about the experience and how much he enjoyed the campers and how great they were and how much fun it was, and how he could tell the camp meant a lot to them. And then he sort of paused and he said, I'm changed. I'm a different person. And we were saying, well, what do you mean? He said, he always understood that someone with Down syndrome, that was a disability, that you were somehow different. But he said he realized it was different. Like all of us are different, but kids with Down that he met had sort of given him an education in compassion and love. He said, I've never met more compassionate people in my life. And I think it was a moment for him where he had a better understanding of what human beings are. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it stayed with him. And he literally went back to camp as a counselor for several summers. And he was as enthusiastic about it as the campers themselves. He just loved it. And now he is 29. 29 years old. And he's just a wonderful human being, said as a mother, but he has a great sense of empathy and understanding for people. And I know that Camp PALS had a great deal to do with that. We've just come through a very, very difficult time, and we're still in it with COVID. And we've all learned a lot about what it means to be isolated and lonely. But if you have Down syndrome, you already know about isolation. On World Down Syndrome Day, it's important for us to think about coming together now. We know what it's been like to be isolated. We know what it's been like to be angry. We've dealt with politics that have divided us, and the isolation and anger and frustration and misinformation. And now, if we've learned anything, it's that we need each other. So on this day, on March 21st, I hope you think about that. And I hope that you give generously to Camp PALS, because if we can raise $10,000, it's going to be matched. We have some incredibly generous donor, and that'll get us to 20,000, and we will reach our mark of 21,000. I believe that we are going to get through this difficult time, and I hope it inspires us to work that much harder to create a world of understanding. It starts with something as simple as camp. Just ask Gabe and Chris.